There we go. Oh, there it is. What's up, guys? Tim with Great Lakes Flying Outdoors. And in this episode, I'm going to be showing you how I chase after spring coho on the fly rod. Now, this isn't the easiest to bite, and it takes a lot of dedication, but I'm hoping the tips and tricks I provide you in this video are going to help get you on fish as well. There's a couple things I do that help make the whole process easier, so I'll show you that here in a little bit. But overall, this is a really fun bite. It's worth all the effort, it's worth all the stress of it, and just, you know, it's a lot of casting and maybe even some days with no fish. But when you hook up coho, potentially a spring king, steelhead, even a laker, possibly even a brown trout, it's a fish of a lifetime. So hopefully I can get you on some fish, and let's get going. This one's a nice one. I got a bunch of line out. Crap. I got so much freaking line out. Might have to strip this old boy in. Typically hard to do, but we all know how to use our hand as drag. A little bit harder with the gloves on because they're stickier, but this one feels like a meaty one though. Hit real hard. This spot's been really good right outside the harbor again. Kind of went up north a little bit more. It's gloomy. I put on this gold pattern with some excellent UV. This looks like a decent one. This is a big fish to strip in. This is going to be a challenge. This might be a brown trout, a sea frelon. No, it's coho, just a little tiny bit bigger. Man, when you're stripping and you got the wind kind of pushing you and it's been slow for a minute, these things just spook you because they hit so freaking hard. This is the first one I've had to strip in though. I've got way, you can see it down there, I've got too much line to try to reel. Oh, he's like There it is. Hey there, bud. Now we got the head out of the water. I fixed my net. Yeah, you see, it's really not that big. Just had a lot of spirit. The current actually makes it a... There we go. I probably don't even need to, but I really don't want to stress my line. Nice looking fish. All right, so the two ways I chase after them, I'm either stagnant floating like I'm doing right now, or I've got the boat in motion with either my Minn Kota or my 6 horsepower Suzuki going. So the purpose of having the engine going, it's not like, oh, you're just trolling and dragging. It's not. What I'm doing is I'm speeding up my fly, but slowing down my retrieve, if that makes sense. Now, if I just cast stagnant, I'll throw out as much line as I possibly can. Let's say 60 feet on a good day. I have to strip it really, really fast to get it up to a 2.5 to 3 mile per hour strip. So if I'm throwing all this line out, letting it sink and stripping it in, I'm only have a fly in the water for maybe a minute if I'm lucky, maybe 2. But that's pushing it. It could be even as short as 30 seconds. When I've got the motor on, I'm speeding up the fly, but I can slow my retrieve down. So I can strip, strip, strip. I can let a little bit out, strip, 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 let a little bit out, strip it all the way back in, cast. But either way, my fly is staying in the water for upwards of 5 minutes if I want. Then I'll strip it in, I'll throw it out to the side of the boat, give it time to sink. And then when that line goes taut, it'll shoot up and curve in and give my fly a really good action in the water. I've had a lot of fish bite right as the line goes tight. I have a lot of fish that bite right as it gets right up to the boat. So you could either do it stagnant and drift. I like to use the wind and cast towards the wind and use the drift to kind of help speed up the fly, not the retrieve. Or I just gotta deal with it. It depends on how shallow I am. So that's the technique. It's not hard. You just need probably a fast action rod to make that happen. Going on the fly rod here. I try to stay, I've been looking for coho, so I'm trying to stay out of my downrigger line. This thing's running right. Oh God, it's gonna run right into it. Nope, we're right at the surface already. See if it'll fight me right at the boat. It's staying down, which is weird. Not getting any color at all. There we go. Oh, there it is. Nice coho. Might bump it down a little. I had a feeling I'd get one over here. Now that I've been searching, trying to get them, I got one down low looking for lake trout. I got another one, the fly rod, I'm just stripping on the surface. Thing's got some decent fight in it. Nice looking coho. There we go, they always get nuts at the boat. I felt smart, I would net it at the front of the boat. Okay. Now I gotta net it on a 9-foot rod. Oh, Jesus. Wind's not helping me at all. Come on. There we go. That is a beautiful spring coho. Gosh, they're so pretty. Okay, so I told you I use conventional equipment at times. As you can see, I've got downrigger here, downrigger there, and I got the planer board out there. The reason why I'm doing that is that when the bite starts to get tougher and I can't find fish, I use these conventional rods to help me get on them. Also, I'll use the fly rod a lot of times to search. Usually I will try to limit conventional rods to one pole, just simply so I don't get carried away with trolling. It gets hard to put the trolling rods away because it's an easier bite, frankly. But the bites, this is towards the end of the springtime run, or not run, but bite. So I've got more rods out today. I've also been doing it for a while, so I got kind of tired of stripping and rocking back and forth in the wind. So the conventional rods really help me get on fish and help me figure out what's the depth, what's the color. Then I can mimic that on my fly rod. It works really great. Oh, big ass brown trout. Big ass brown. All right. Right off river mouth. Is that a laker? Oh, brown trout. Come on, come on. So the rod that I'm using is the Redington Vice. It's a 9-foot, 9-weight, fast action, really stiff. You're gonna want that. I've got it's real line. I'll put a link in the description. I forget the exactly what it's called, but it's a sink 7. So it's at the front of the way forward. It's sink 7, then sink 5, then sink 3. So it sinks like this, not like this, which is what a sinking tippet would do. So it's incredibly effective. You can't really use this on shore unless you're fishing really deep on shore, like 30 feet, because it'll sink so fast. But this line, having a super fast sinking line, really helps. I'll also show you what my fly looks like here in a moment, because it's a mixture of really fast sinking line and a really heavy streamer that help get me down to the fish and make me successful. And here's the fly I'm using. It's basically just a glorified peanut fly, just 1/4 ounce dumbbell weight, and Flashaboo, UV Flashaboo, and treble hook on there, and it just works beautifully through the water, as you can see. Oh, I was like, what do I have here? It's a giant ally. I was just turning around, so I was running my motor. Look at that thing. You see on the graph here? Hopefully you can see that. That's what all that is. It's all ally. I thought I was snagged. I'm gonna keep that little thing. Meat rigs. Get. Just lost one. Jesus, barely even got the fly out there and just smashed on the surface. Holy cow. Nothing too crazy, same size I've been getting. But that was, oh Jesus, just casting and nailed myself in the back. Well, let's keep trying. Nice looking fish. Not bad at all. Would have liked this one on the fly rod more, but I had a feeling this is another day that I'm out. There's a lot of boats south of here, and I just don't like fishing near a lot of boats, especially in the shallows. It's a nice one. One of the bigger ones I've gotten, actually. Almost looks like this is a little king. That's cool. Hell yeah, caught a little king. I got one on the fly rod, had to go towards the beach. Probably slow her way down. Hey, get out here, freaking seagull. My fish. I'm gonna strip her in. I had a feeling too, coming closer to shore would pay off, so I'm probably stick over here, pull the downrigger just out of the water. Hit it probably, I bet it was in the top 3 because I was right behind the boat. But it's been a fun day. You know, this bite's not gonna last long, especially with all the boats that are out. This guy's small enough to just yank in, but gotta protect my line. I only got so many of these gold flies on me, so another fish in the boat, heading towards my one-man limit for the day. There it is. Ah, he got off, pulled it. I kind of have a feeling that was happening. I was starting to wrench him up, but whatever. Back to it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. It's been a fun video to make. Just remember the key things, just outside of having the right equipment and a good fly, presentation is also important to some degree, but honestly, you just got to be out here when the fish are here. If you're not out here when the fish are here, good luck with that one. So early March, if you're down south, you know, Indiana, Chicago, April for me has been just the greatest, on into the very beginning of May, and honestly about the middle of May right now, it's getting harder and harder. The fish are super scattered because of north winds. So, you know, look for birds, look for schools of fish on your graph, look for boats dipping nets. Keep your distance though, don't get up on anybody, but do what you can. You know, you be cunning and just try really hard to make this happen. Don't just give up on your first try going out with a fly rod. So thanks for watching. Be safe out there. Wear your life jacket and always have a radio. Take care.